What is up, everyone, and welcome back for another video. My name is Ivan, and on today's video I will be making the quintessential American classic cheeseburger. So a cheeseburger is super easy to make, obviously, but today we're gonna be making a A1 peppercorn burger. It's modeled after one of my favorite burgers that I've ever had at a national chain, and it's super delicious. It's got fried onion rings on there, pepper jack cheese, bacon, and a big slice of tomato. And come along, guys, and let's get cooking. So the very first step is going to be for us to get a very thin slice on an onion, because they're going to be onion straws, not onion rings like I think I said before, but they're going to be onion straws. Here I have buttermilk and a flour that I seasoned with paprika, salt, black pepper, and onion powder and garlic powder. So we want to impart flavor wherever we can, and including in the flour. That way everything tastes really good when you put it all together. So we're going to do our onions super thin. I'm going to put them in the buttermilk to soak a little bit. And then I'm going to prepare our ground beef, which I have right over here, our delicious bacon, and I have A1 sauce here, a big tomato, and mayo. So the sauce I'm going to be making for it is going to be super simple. It's going to be literally A1 sauce, mayo, and fresh cracked pepper. And that's it. I'm going to put a nice slice of pepper jack cheese, which I have right over here, and that's going to be it. It's just going to be a super simple but really well made burger. So with that, let's go ahead and start slicing these onions super thin, or not super thin, but as thin as possible. Put them in our buttermilk, and then we're going to put those in our flour. We're going to pass them through a sift to make sure that we get rid of all the excess flour, and then we're going to be frying those up fresh for our burger. So let's go ahead and slice up these onions. I want to do them quite thin. That thin. And these fell off to the side. We're going to put these in our buttermilk, which I have right here. And we're going to let that chill in there for a little while. And at the very end, we'll fry those up fresh, and they're going to be super delicious. So this recipe calls for a nice big slice of tomato. I got a nice big, I think they call it a slicer tomato, and it's nice and big. It almost looks like an heirloom tomato with the colors it's got going on. But we're gonna go ahead and slice a few slices from that, put them off to the side. Then I'm gonna prepare our mayo with our fresh cracked pepper, our bacon, our hamburger, and our toasted bun. We're gonna put all of that on the same griddle, and it's all gonna come together super quick.
3 hours later.
And with that, let me slice up this tomato right here. Here you go. You want to cut the end off first and get maybe like a 1/4 of an inch. Some big slice of tomato just like that. Because no lettuce or nothing else is going on this burger. It's why I like it. It's so simple, but everything is well made, and that's what makes it so delicious. And that's it. We're just gonna set that off to the side right here, and we'll be back in a minute, and I'll be getting ready our ground beef. I'm gonna be boiling that into a patty. Then I'll prepare our mayo, and it's gonna come together super quick. Alrighty, guys. Here I have about, I'd say 2 tablespoons of A1 sauce, and about the same of mayo, 2 tablespoons. We're gonna just mix those two together, and I will add fresh cracked pepper, and that'll be our sauce. Add a good amount of that. Fresh cracked pepper is super delicious. That's good right there. Oh, that A1 smells super good. I'm going to get this nicely incorporated, and when we get back, I'll be putting molding our hamburger patty and our I'll be putting it on the grill along with our bacon and our bun, and that's gonna do it. It's gonna make a delicious hamburger. Alrighty everyone, so here I have our ground beef, our bacon, our tomatoes, our sauce is already nicely mixed, A1, fresh cracked pepper, and the mayo. Right over here I have our onions that are just chilling in this buttermilk. And now I'm gonna go ahead and form this patty and throw it on the flat iron grill along with the bacon, and the bun I'll put it more towards halfways, and then I'll start frying up the onions, and then we'll assemble the burger and have a nice big taste, and I'll let you guys know what it tastes like. So when you're forming the patty for the cheeseburger, you always want to handle it as less as possible, because all the fat in there, it starts to melt. So when you make a hamburger, it melts with your body heat. So when you make the hamburger, it actually makes it to where it's very brittle and not as juicy. So there we go, we got a nice big patty. I have about 8 ounces right here, so it's gonna be a nice big burger. You guys can see like that. Super simple, super quick. Doesn't need any binder, doesn't need egg, doesn't need any seasoning. When you start adding those kinds of things, you're basically making meatloaf at that point. But we're making a delicious, simple, well-made cheeseburger, and that's all it takes. So in a moment, I'll be throwing everything on the grill. I'll show you guys what that looks like in a moment. Alright guys, here's our patty. Throw it on the flat iron grill, and we want to just leave that alone for it to build a nice beautiful crust, because that adds texture to the hamburger. We put down our bacon as well, and we just let that go. Alrighty everyone, here I have a beautiful Kaiser roll. I get these at Walmart. They're always there, super available, super delicious, fresh made. So I would make it myself, but you can't beat it at a couple of bucks. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that on. We're gonna let that get nice and toasty. Alrighty everyone, so we have our hamburger back here, cooking deliciously. Our Kaiser roll toasting beautifully. Our oil is perfectly hot right now. And now we're gonna take our onions that have been soaking in this buttermilk, and we're gonna just throw those in the flour, just like that. We soak them in the buttermilk so they can have, so the flour can have something to attach itself to. And that's it. You want to just toss those around. You want to grab those, throw them in the sifter. Shake off all the excess flour. And then in another second, I'll throw those right into the fire, and it'll be super delicious. Here I have a beautiful piece of pepper jack cheese. You can see all the little pieces of chili in there, and it adds super delicious spice. I'm gonna put that right on top of our burger. It's been going for, I'd say like 4 minutes now, 4 or 5 minutes. I let the burger build a beautiful crust. I flipped it over. Now I'm putting on the cheese. This toast, this bun is ready to go. And now I will be adding our little onion strings into the oil. And we'll do that by hand. You always want to be super careful. are gonna go super quick. Like I told you guys, I cut them super thin. You know, they're already getting nice and golden brown. Maybe I'll let them go for another 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna pull these out, put them on top of this napkin so all the oil can seep out. I have our bacon already nice and crispy right over here, and our burger patty should be ready any minute now. And then we'll assemble our burger, and we'll take a nice big bite. Alrighty, everyone. So we are at my favorite part, like always, the tasting test. I have my buns right here. I have my dressing right over here. Bacon, onion straws. My burger patty just finished cooking beautifully. So now let's go ahead and assemble this, and I'm gonna take a nice big bite, and I'll let you guys know what it tastes like. Okay, first we're gonna take our A1 peppercorn sauce, put that right on there. And we're gonna take our onion straws, put those on there. Oh, this is gonna be super freaking delicious. Now let's go ahead and take our burger patty. There, right on top of that. Nice big slice of this beautiful tomato. Our pieces of bacon, cut those in half, put those right on top. Put a little bit more of that on top of this bun right over here. And now, there it is. It's super ginormous, it's gonna be super delicious, and that is a better version of the burger that I've had at that restaurant, that national chain that I really love, but I actually don't think they don't have this on the menu anymore. Good thing is that I got that burger for the last 15 years, the same thing every single time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this beautiful thing, and I'm actually gonna smash it down because it's ginormous. So I'm gonna give it a nice little smash. And I'm gonna take a great big bite. Wow. That is so good. I really hope you guys try this at home. The ground beef, I cooked it to medium, so it's super juicy. The bacon is delicious. The tomato adds acidity, cuts through all the fattiness. The onion rings are awesome. The dressing is awesome. Wow, that's definitely better than the burger that I get at that national chain. It's Red Robin. I'm gonna just say it. I don't know why I'm not saying it, but that burger, they don't carry it anymore, and I'm glad that I remember exactly what went in it. It's super delicious. I hope you guys try this at home. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you guys like this recipe, leave a comment. If you have any suggestions for me for the future that you guys want me to make. As always, Ivan with Ivan's Chicano Kitchen. And until next time.